Hey everybody, my name's Derek. I'm literally on this system. This is my first little video and I am running for MLA position for this year. This is just me, in my home, just having a bit of a chat and to tell you who I am and what I'm about. Okay, I'm an everyday man like you. I've worked hard. I've had my good times. I've had bad times. I've had really bad times, and I've had really good times. But I know that, that sometimes the good outweighs the bad. Sometimes the bad outweighs the good, so I've had all of that. Yes, I abhor politicians as such. I know it sounds hypocritical, and the reason why I say that is because I am running. But the reason why I'm actually running is because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with these politicians that come around once a year, telling us whatever we want to hear, and then going back to Stormont and actually doing nothing about it. They don't represent the people. They don't represent us. They don't represent anyone except their interests. There's no, they literally don't even look after us. Okay, so yeah, politicians love to tell us that we're all in the same boat. That's a load of rubbish. Okay, we're in the same ocean. We're not in the same boat. Some people are in yachts, some people are in rafts, and some people are just wading above water. I'm one of those that just wade above the water. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to battle. I know what it's like to be in lockdown, and I believe that the lockdown for 2 years was a criminal thing. They should have given us the choice. No matter what the choice would have been, whatever the majority chose, that should have been the thing. But nonetheless, it should have been the people's choice. And the majority then should have been looked at. And I believe that there were other ways to look after our elderly, and the people that were vulnerable and stuff like that. So on that basis, I want to fight and I want to look into these things, and I also know, the one bad thing is, well, one good thing about me running is I'll be able to look into all of these things, you see, because the people, the politicians, that they love to talk. They love to tell you, they understand you, and they don't. The only time our voices are really, really heard is when they come knocking on our door, and then they want to chat with us about what our opinions are and stuff like that. And then for the rest of the time, they ignore us. They don't tell us what life is about. We don't know what's going on. Then we just see in the news, this is what they did at Stormont, that's what they did at Stormont. And you've got these two parties that fight each other all the time, divide the country, and they've both got stupid agendas, in my opinion. There's no actual democracy in Northern Ireland. Both parties are just as powerful as each other, and they're both on opposite ends of the spectrum. And one thing that I can say about the two of them is they are like little kids having little tantrums. They really are. They have little tantrums and they go, well, if you don't want to do what I say, well, then we're not going to come back to Parliament. So we're going to boycott. We're not going to come to work. We're not going to come and do this, So on that aspect, the people need to be heard. We actually need to be heard. And that is why I'm running as an independent, not as a party member. And the reason why is because I'm running for people. Party members have to vote and have to go according to their party. Whereas us independents, we can go to you, the people, and then you, the people, tell us what you want. And then we'll vote and we'll do accordingly. Most of the votes that have gone through, you see, with this whole abortion issue. Now, I'm not going to give you my opinion on it because it's not my opinion that I'm after, it's your opinion. You see, if we had gone a referendum and the people had chosen abortion, fine. Whether I agree or not, that would have been the fine. But if the people had chosen not to be, had chosen not to have the abortion, that also would have been fine. But that was taken away from us. Why? Because of our parties who had thrown a temper tantrum and had voided Stormont, and sort of there was no government for 2 years. A devolved government, so the British government steps in, and what do? They go and push abortion. For what? There was other aspects that were much more important, but hey, you know what? That's what they did. We should have had a referendum on that. We should have had a referendum on everything, and not trying to be horrible to these parties, but the majority of Northern Ireland actually voted against Brexit. Now, I'm also not going to tell you what my opinion on Brexit is, but I am going to say that the majority of the people in Northern Ireland voted against it. Whether we agree with it or not, the party should have stuck with the people because they are the ones that have voted. So we should have fought with them. So at the end of the day, these parties that are going their routes, they're actually not speaking for the people, for the majority of the people. I'm not here for my opinion. I'm here to represent the people. That is what a MLA or a member of parliament is all about. He's a servant of the people, and he's there to represent his constituency. And when he's representing his constituency, he votes according to what his constituency wants him to vote. That's it. No other way. And I would like to bring politics back to the people, because it's not there. So if you, I'll be doing these updates a lot. So, but if you just want to vote for me, please, my name is Derek, and I will fight for you. Be ready. I am coming around to your homes, and I will be chatting with people on a one-to-one basis. If I don't get to you personally, hopefully somebody will reach you, but I will definitely be dropping off my pamphlets and stuff like that. So if I don't reach you, look me up on Facebook or wherever and have a chat with me. I'll even do online chats with you if you'd like me to do that. You know, so let me know exactly what you, the people, want. But I am unknown. However, I believe that that Ireland is part of the island of Ireland. Okay, we're Irish, regardless of whether we Protestant or Catholic, or even part of Northern Ireland or South of Ireland. We're Irish. We're born on this island. Okay, yes, I have an accent because I grew up in South Africa, but I still have my roots here. So please excuse the accent. But yeah, we're Irish. And as Irishmen, I don't want to be labeled Protestant. I don't want to be labeled Catholic. I want to be labeled as an Irishman. That's it, full stop. And we're going to stand together regardless of our backgrounds and our faith and what we believe and what we stand for, who we have sex with or who we don't have sex with. That shouldn't be an issue. What should be the issue should be, what do you think of, what do you want to be represented as? What are you being represented in government? You see, they quickly come and take your tax. But taxation without representation is not a democracy. And that is the whole thing. In Northern Ireland, we do not have democracy. Okay, and that's the thing. For too long, we have been distracted, fighting each other. That's what the troubles were about. While multinationals and faceless oligarchs have eroded our rights. You know that during that whole troubles, the politicians were still getting rich and they were still having a fat party. You know, these guys destroyed our services, raped our resources. Orange and green politics are gone. These guys have destroyed our country. We must stand together and defend our children and us and save our freedom. Remember, every vote that you vote for this time around is going to be for your kids. It's going to be for the future of this country. What state do you want it? What do you want to hand to your children? Do you want to hand your children a party state-run government that has put people into slavery? Or do you want to hand your children to a country where government is minimal and the people have the voice? That is what I'm standing for. My motto is for the people, by the people. And I'm standing for Fermanagh and South Tyrone. So anyone that wants to vote for me, please do. And thank you so much. I'll be chatting again with you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for being around, and I'll speak to you again next time. Thank you so much. I think I'll speak again sort of a little bit every day. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos. Thank you so much.